Well, hello everyone, welcome back guys. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddin and today we are going to solve lab number 2 from SQL injection vulnerability module. This is a server-side vulnerability. So without wasting time, let's go and we see what this lab is all about. SQL injection vulnerability allowing login bypass and how. So this lab contains a SQL injection vulnerability in the login function. To solve the lab, perform a SQL injection attack that logs in to the application as the administrator user. Fine. So let's see. First of all, let's consider that there is a user table. Okay. And in that user table, there are columns like username, okay, password, email, or the first thing first, let's say ID is also there. Okay, and let's say mobile number. Fine. So let's go. We will build everything on this. So we consider there is a user table because it's saying we need to log in as the administrator user. So maybe there is an employee table or maybe user table, but the thing is the table may contain these fields. Okay, so I'm going to my account page to just log in within this application. And if I say, because it's saying to solve the lab, we need to log in as administrator. So if we try administrator, okay, and we put some random password, let's say 123456 and hit enter. So you can see there is an error, which is invalid username and password. So before going further, let's create this query. So it should be select all from table name is users, let's say. Okay, so there is a users table. Select everything from table name is users, where username is equal to, let's say, administrator. Okay, and password is equal to, let's say, 123456. We can also write like this. So behind the scene, under the hood, this query, maybe this query or something like this is executed, and it's saying select everything, or maybe it's just choosing a few fields like just email or mobile number, or maybe just ID or email ID. That is a different part, but to just consider the scenario, we can say select everything from the table name, which is users, where username is equal to administrator and the password is equal to 123456. So once this SQL query is executed, the database see that, okay, administrator user is there, but his password is not 123456. Okay, and hence you can see invalid username and password. So what if I try some random user, let's say cybersec radar, and the password anything, and just hit enter, and you can see again invalid username and password, because maybe cybersec radar user is not there. Let's try Wiener 123456 or whatever. So you can see invalid username and password. So every unsuccessful login give you the same error message, that invalid username and password. So in that way, you won't be able to understand, or you cannot think whether the username is incorrect or the password is incorrect. Maybe the user exists like Wiener, but the password is not correct. Maybe the cybersec radar, there is no user named as cybersec radar, and if there is no user, so there is no password. So the enumeration for the user is not possible in this case. Okay, so the thing is, we can try now SQL injection. So how we can test SQL injection? The first thing first, we need to somehow break the SQL query. And how we do this? So I'm going to just put here single quote, put the password here, so 123456, and login again. Don't save. And once I try single quote, you can see the error message, or the message gets changed, and it's saying internal server error. Okay, so that shows something weird, because what we are trying to do this time, we are trying to say instead of putting here the administrator, I'm just trying to put here a single quote. So there is no user as single quote, but what this single quote did, this single quote broke the query. Okay, so because this portion username can be empty, no problem, you can send username as nothing, but this single quote is breaking the query. Fine. So what else we can do? We can try, let's say, we can say like this, administrator and single quote. With the administrator, we can put single quote and password anything, hit enter, and this time again internal server error. So that means even if I write single quote and whether I write administrator with single quote, both of these query is going to be completed here. This part, this parameter user is going to be completed here, because administrator is a string. This is going to be completed here, and this single quote breaking the query. Okay, so what else we can try here? Because we are saying here, okay, check the username and password both. So that's why it's checking the username and password both, because there is an AND operator. So both of these condition must be true. That means user must be exist, and the password we are trying to input, that must be the password of that user. So what we need to somehow comment this query so that it does not check the password. And how we will do that? We can just put here double dash. So I'm writing here administrator single quote double dash, and just write the password 123456. And what this query is going to do here, okay, this time once I write administrator single quote and after single quote I put 2 dashes, this administrator is going to be the value of username, and it is completed up to here, up to this single quote. This one is completed, and after that there is 2 dashes, and these 2 dashes are the comment, and it's saying do not read anything after this. So everything is commented by this. So if you know, there are few comments, like you can put hash as a comment, you can put double dash, sometimes you can put double dash space dash. So these are the ways you can comment the SQL query. So if you put here double dash, it is going to comment rest of the things or rest of the query. So now it will read only this. Okay, it is now only read that part, and that part is saying select everything from users where username is equal to administrator, and this query is absolutely correct because username administrator exists here. So let's log in. Don't save, and as you can see, this time we are logged in as administrator. That means the query is executed up to just here, and rest of the query is commented because of these two dashes. Fine, so that's it for this video, and we solved the lab. Hope you understand, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.